Hello everyone, myself MANASA. My teammates like LIKHITH and AMEEN, we are doing a project on Medicine Reminder Android app. It deals with full stack development. So full stack development refers to the practice of working both on the server side and the client side, that is the front end and the back end. So the primary purpose of our project is to create fully functional and efficient web application by seamlessly integrating client side and server side components. So basically it is the process of designing, developing and creating a fully working web applications. In our project we use UI interface, that is Jetpack Compose and Kotlin as our programming language. Further it will be continued by my teammates.
Hello everyone, myself LIKHITH. I am going to say about front-end development and back-end development. Front-end development is the process of building and maintaining the user interface and user experience by the programming languages such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript and so on. HTML defines the structure and content of the web pages, while CSS styles the HTML element to control their appearance and depth, and JavaScript add interactivity and dynamic behavior to web pages, often uses frameworks like React, Angular, JS, like that. Back-end development. Back-end development is the process of building and maintaining server-side logic, database integration and API connectivity to web application and mobile apps by the programming languages such as server-side logic, database and API applications. In this server-side programming language, it comes from the Python, Ruby, PHP, Java, and database which stores and manages data including relational databases like MySQL and so on. Servers handles client request, processes data and interacts with the database.
Hello everyone, my name is Laeeq and I'm going to talk specific tools related to Android development. So one of the main important things obviously is our IDE. Our IDE in this case we're using is Android Studio. It's a built-in IDE specific for Android applications, and it provides the tools for building, debugging, and also testing the product. And the main language we're going to use is Java or Kotlin. Java was already built into the Android Studio. Kotlin is a development language for the Java, so it builds upon it specific towards Android development only. And over here we have Firebase and SQLite. So since our Medicine Reminder app is our project, Firebase will handle the database part. It is a third-party application where you can authentify or authenticate the user and also manage notifications between the user and the system. Next slide. Yeah, so these are again some of the features provided in Android Studio. One is the version control system. You can control the Android SDK versions, the versions of your phones, your Android phones, which is specific to each phone and has to have different functionalities based on your phone. And then you have APIs and libraries. Android Studio has a huge number of libraries and studios specific to Android development. A few of them would be Material 3. It also has UI design. It has room for handling the databases and notifications as well. And emulator and devices, you can obviously connect your phone directly to your Android Studio and on your laptop and it'll run it over there. Or it also provides an option for emulator where it has the option to choose a phone which you want to replicate in the system itself and run the app on it and see the changes. And again, UI design tools, to improve the UI, it has extra tools to make the user interface more comfortable for the user. And then obviously in the end we have testing tools. Testing tools obviously to run the project, you need a good amount of testing tools, a good amount of debuggers to make sure that the project runs smoothly and to ensure that there are no errors when you run it in your phone.
Hello everyone, my name is MOHAMMED, and as you know our project title is Medicine Reminder Android App Project. And so how did we get this idea? Actually many old patients, they have the tendency to forget when to take their medications and all. So we thought why not develop an app which gives them the notifications and reminds them on time when to take the medications, what doses they can take and what time and all. So that's why we built this app, which is Medicine Reminder app. So aim of this project is to develop an Android app to schedule and manage notification reminders. Okay, and so the description of our project is that it's designed to assist individuals in managing their medication routines by providing timely reminders for each dose. Next. So there are few features in our app, that is reminder scheduling, in which the users can set the time when the app should remind them to take their medications, and then the notifications. So that's what it will give them the notifications, and they can get alerted by that. And then user interface, in this UI we are using is Jetpack Compose, and the programming language we are using is Kotlin and Java. And for storing the data and all, we are using Room, that is the package for the database. And now we have 4 modules in this, that is the medication management module, reminder notification module, medication log module, and settings module. So these are the software requirements which are required for our project. That is, Android Studio should be there, and the programming language is Kotlin which we are using, and UI framework is Jetpack Compose, as I told. And then database is Room, notification system is Alarm Manager and notification Compact, and version control is we are using the Git one. So hardware requirements is that's what. So like we need an Android device, that is a phone or a tablet, okay, and otherwise PC development PC which has the minimum requirements, that is 4 GB RAM, Intel i5 processor, and minimum 1 GB storage, and there should be a stable internet connection. So the next part I'll be explaining is the workflow of our project, how our project works. So the step 1 is the users first they schedule a reminder using the add reminder screen, and then the step 2 is the reminder details are saved in the Room database, and based on these reminder details the alarm is set for them, and then based on this alarm the user gets a notification on time, and that's how they can be reminded to take their medication. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Laeeq, and I will be in the project demo for the medicine reminder app. So the first step in this case to run the project would be to create an emulator. In this case, you can create one through the device manager, and in our case, we have chosen a Pixel 6 with a version of 14. So we run the emulator, the icon shows up, the phone, and in it we run the app. And once you run the app, you will be shown a display screen. So this is basically the first screen of the app where all the necessary medicines are displayed to the user. So next we're gonna add a reminder for a new medicine. In this case, suppose we take a medicine amoxil with a dosage of say 500 milligrams. And we're gonna select the time. For the sake of showing the execution, we're gonna choose 1 minute ahead of the current time. And we're gonna add the reminder. Once you add the reminder, you will be able to see it displayed on the front screen along with the previous medicines. Similarly, you can add a number of other medicines. So in this case, a notification will pop up called saying it's time to take your medicine, and it will display the medicine name. Similarly, you can add a number of medicines through the add reminder button, which will take you to the reminder page for adding new medicines and the dosages and the time, and it will be displayed and added under the database so that when it reaches a specific time, a notification will be triggered. And how do we know if the notification will be triggered? So in this case, we have connected with the system and we have requested permission for allowing notifications. So when you run the app, the first thing it's going to ask would be, would you want the app to provide you with notifications? So in this case, we have agreed, which is why we see a notification every time the allotted time is reached. So now I'm going to give a brief explanation of the required files to create this project. So to start off, you will go with main activity.kt. This will already be generated once you create a new project, and we can modify it. And its main role is to serve as the entry point of the application. So it requests the necessary permissions for posting notifications and scheduling the exact alarms. And the content view, which you see the UI of the mobile app, is developed using an API framework called Jetpack Compose, built to be used along with an Android. And it initializes the navigation structure and it integrates the medicine view model. Next, we're going to go to notification helper or KT. So under the main folder, which includes Kotlin and Java, our main programming languages for creating all these files, we will create a notification package. So in this case, we created two files, alarm receiver and notification helper. So what the notification helper basically does is it just manages the scheduling and the canceling of notifications. So you'll see we created a function schedule notification. The point of this is to schedule the notifications at specific times using the alarm manager. And we have also created a cancel notification in case you want to avoid a notification based on the user's preference. And obviously, since we want to allow the system to provide the notifications, create a notification channel, and based on the specific SDK versions of the Android mobile phone, we will develop the required codes. Next, we're going to go towards the alarm receiver.kt, the other file under the notification. So the role of this is to handle the broadcast when an alarm goes off. The main points to check over here would be the function on receive. The role of it is to build and display a notification when the alarm is triggered. It also logs the relevant information for debugging purposes and uses a notification helper to create the notification channel in case a notification channel was not already existing. Next, we're going to go towards the reminder receiver.kt. Its role is similar to that of the alarm receiver, but it's used specifically for just handling reminder related broadcasts. So over here we'll see on receive. It receives the broadcast, logs data, and triggers the reminder notification. It also prepares and displays the notification using the notification compact. And next, we're going to go towards the reminder scheduler. The whole role of this is to just simplify the process of scheduling the reminders. In case the other reminder scheduling processes do not work, this is used as a backup. Next, we're going to go towards the medicine view model, built under the view folder. And its main role is to hold and manage the UI related data for the medicine reminder. So it uses live data to keep track of the list of reminders, and it provides functions to insert and to delete the medicines. Now, where does it do the functions for inserting and deleting? Over here, we will come towards the data folder, where we have created a class using Java, where we have initialized a database. So the main entities would be the name, the time, and the dosage, which we have seen in our app. Similarly, we have created subsequent files to handle the insertion, deletion, as well as the handling of the database and the repository of the database, specifically just to help with the insertion and deletion of the required medicines. So next, we will go to the reminder screen.kt under the view folder. The whole role of this file is to display the list of reminders and the details. So the main point of the reminder screen, this reminder screen is the screen which displays when you just open the app. So we have seen in the app that it displays all the medicines which we have inputted into the database. So that's what this whole file handles. It shows existing reminders, and it also provides a navigation to add or delete the existing reminders. Next, we're going to go towards the add reminder screen. So when you click on the add reminder button, as we have seen in the app, which shows into a new page, which takes the input of the name of the medicine as well as the time and the dosage as initialized in the database. So the whole role of this is to provide the UI for adding and editing the reminder. It includes the input fields for the name, the dosage, the time, and the frequency, and it allows the users to save the new or already existing reminder. Now moving on, we're going to go towards the theme. So basically the theme, what it does is its main role is to define the theme for the app using the Jetpack Compose. Using the AI framework of Jetpack Compose, we can customize the color, theme, as well as the typography of the contents in our app. Another important part would be the res/drawable/ the required necessary files. So a drawable over here, in case we can see over here, it basically just stores the app's drawable resources. So it contains the icons and images used in the notifications and the app's UI. So when you see the pop-up, this is what shows. Next, we're going to go towards an Android manifest. So this is a file that is already built in when you create an Android project. And its main role, its very important role, is to declare the essential information about the app to the Android system. So we can see over here it requests permission like post notifications, schedule the exact alarm. So the conversation between the system and the app happens through here. It requests the permission from the Android and allows the app to use the notification system of the Android phone. And it also lists all the applications, the activities, the receiver of the notifications, the actions, and all of it. And last but not least, the most important part would be the build.gradle.kts. So this is a very important file already built into the Android project. Its main role is to manage the project dependencies and to build configurations. So we can list all the dependencies as you can see over here. Some of these are already built in, and some of these we have imported. So the requirements for this is so that we can import in all our other projects these necessary files. So the ones which say libs, the Android, the whatever, the main role is to just save all the versions in the libs file. And instead of importing each version individually one by one, we can just directly save all the updated versions over here and just import them directly into the build.gradle. So in this case, we have important libraries, like we have imported Room for creating our databases, the materials for our UI. Similarly, we have the graphics, the compose, boom, everything is necessary in order to run a project efficiently. And after you add all the necessary packages and dependencies, you have to sync the project. This is necessary to ensure that all the packages are included into the Android project so that you can import them in the other files.